What's up, guys? I want to turn on a video, and I recently released a poll to whether or not you guys wanted me to tell me uh some personal things that have happened to me in my life. Now, when it comes to this series, there are going to be some stories that I won't be telling, mostly because of privacy reasons. So, if you're gonna go into the comments and say like, "Oh, Sonny, what? Tell me the time when, oh, your parents did this to you or that," don't ask me a type of story question like that, because I don't want to talk about personal family stuff. Like if I'm like telling a story, I usually leave like personal family things about me aside, really, because it's a private thing. So when it comes to those types of stories, I won't tell them here for privacy reasons. So because you gotta respect my privacy. That's all. But this story, however, I will be telling, and that is the time when I first saw Deadpool, the first Deadpool in theaters. Now, since this movie just recently turned 10 years old, as of me recording this, it's officially 10 years old, which is insane how it's been 10 years since this whole story occurred. So, this incident, took place about 10 years ago. All I'm gonna say, for privacy reasons, of course, that I was very young at the time. Like, at the time, I'm not gonna say what age I was, but I was pretty young at the time. So, at that point, I somewhat got into some R-rated, not R-rated stuff, but I was kind of in a point in that at that point where I just didn't mind swearing or blood and gore in movies, really, or really anything, really. But since I was a huge MCU fan at the time, and I still am, for the most part, I very much loved the character of Deadpool. Okay, I loved him in Lego Marvel Superheroes. Okay, I like Deadpool the video game because I always loved that game, even though I never played it. Um, and obviously I wanted to, go see it, right? And this came out about around Valentine's Day, give or take. And I specifically remember when I first watched this at the theater. Now, to give you into context, I went to go see this with some family members of mine. For privacy reasons, I won't say who was with me, but I came into the movie theater with some family members of mine. And at the time, and I cannot believe that no one told me this when this happened. But at the time, I didn't know the first Deadpool movie was rated R. I am not even joking. Looking back, that was a pretty. I don't know what I was thinking. But at the time, I very much just did not know. Like. I didn't know. I didn't know it was rated R. So. You know? you know? But, But yeah, for literally the first 10 to 20 minutes, I thought this movie was PG-13. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, looking back, I'm like, my God, Sonny, how stupid were you? Like, listen, I didn't know any better, okay? I was young, okay? I didn't know any better. So, I watched it, right? And I watched the first 5 minutes, and I'm like, my God, they're swearing a god-awful amount. Man, there's a lot of blood in this. There's a lot of gore in this. like, and I was like, man, that's a god awful amount of gore. And at that point, for some reason, I didn't think it was rated R at that point either. No. For me, it was the scene. Jesus, God, it was the scene where Deadpool and his girlfriend. Let's just say they Let's just say they did it. Without me going into too much detail. My God, I can't believe I'm telling you this. There, that's my gratitude. And the moment that scene happened, the moment that scene happened, I see one of my family members like covering my eyes. They were covering my eyes when the whole thing was happening, and the whole thing went on for like 2 or 3 minutes straight. And I was just like, oh my god. Oh my god, this is an R-rated movie. This is a big mistake. And it was funny. Well, looking back now, it was pretty funny when it happened. And for the rest of it, I pretty much was kind of used to the, R-ratedness. And also, it was kind of weird to see Stanley at a certain club, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, because of that incident, I would genuinely struggle to watch like love scenes for years because of it. Jesus. But yeah, looking back, it was a pretty funny story of the time I went to go see the first Deadpool, right? And but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this personal story that I told. And really, if you just let me know like what other stories you want me to tell, like maybe that like you guys want to hear like the time if I met a bunch of because I will say the one thing I will say though is I may or may not tell you guys the time when I was to the time where I was stuck in a major thunderstorm, not once but twice in my life. So I might do that. I have met a lot of celebrities. I have met a couple of celebrities in my life. I might tell those. But yeah, just let me know in the comments section. God, what's up with me today? Put it down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next potential Throwback Thursday. Well, yeah, throwback. Or in the next story time. And peace.